Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back here once again on the channel. I'm here to talk about some WWE news. We have our big topic to discuss is the no WWE deal. So let's get into it. So, the first thing we'll talk about is the WrestleMania main event that saw Roman Reigns defeat Cody Rhodes. So, FightfulSelect.com from Sean Ross Sapp was told the looming WWE Endeavor deal was absolutely not a factor in the WrestleMania main event that saw Roman Reigns defeat Cody Rhodes. So this new WWE Endeavor deal, however you say it, was not really a factor of why Roman Reigns defeated Cody Rhodes in the main event. Yeah, so Cody's momentum was sacrificed for a 1,000-day reign. I say what I said in the recap last. I'm going to say it again. But kind of surprised this wasn't I'm not surprised this wasn't a factor. I just don't think Triple H lets people win their first try at winning the championship. But yeah, so Dana White issued a statement on the WWE and UFC merger. So it's basically a WWE UFC merger with the news of the company. So, per multiple SEC filings, WWE's reached an agreement with Endeavor that will see WWE and UFC combine business to form a new company. As part of the agreement, Vince McMahon will serve as executive chair of the board, and Ari Emanuel will serve as CEO. Dana White will retain his role as the president of the UFC, and Nick Khan will have the same president title, but with WWE. So he subsequently issued a statement in which he expressed his excitement and called McMahon a savage. He shared his belief that there's no limit to what the company can accomplish in the next 5 years. He said, "This company's been on fire for the last 7 years, and now that will be adding WWE to the portfolio. I'm excited to take this to another level." Vince is a savage in the wrestling space. Ari is a beast at what he does. And then add what we at the UFC bring to the table, and there's no limit to what this company accomplishes in the next 5 years. So McMahon and Emanuel commented on the agreement. So you can go see what they said. But it will be Triple H, Nick Khan, and others are set to receive notable bonuses as part of the agreement. So they're going to get some bonuses as part of the agreement. Apparently. So yeah, so that's Dana White's little statement there. And I think this UFC WWE merger, it could either go really bad or it could be really good. There's no in between. We just got to see what happens in the next few years. But they must have gave a big deal. I don't know what the big motivating factor is. I felt like the motivating factor in this deal was the money. They were probably offering the most money to take WWE. I'd say so. So Bret Hart said he really questioned the direction the people in charge have taken in WWE and AEW. Yeah, I mean, he is correct, but I'm sure he's happy WWE didn't sign back Goldberg. The Hitman knows what he's talking about. What else is new? But I agree with him. Ain't nobody want to tune in and watch Moxley do his garbage wrestling. Not garbage wrestling, but bleeding all the time. But yeah, especially after last night with Cody Rhodes losing to Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania. Definitely, in my opinion, was the wrong decision. Nick Khan, he says WWE's relationship with Saudi Arabia will continue despite the past history with Endeavor. Yeah, there's going to be, the deal lasts another 5 years, and they kind of can't do much about it until 2028. It's not the people you want to piss off. I don't know if I can see them extending the contract though. But it might piss off the Saudis. We'll see. But they've continued to do business with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So obviously, on April 3rd, Monday today, it was announced that Endeavor would be acquiring, merging with WWE into one company with their combat sports entity that they own. Vince McMahon also returned in January to help speed up the process of them selling, so he'll serve as executive chair of the merged company, while Nick Khan will serve as president of WWE. So in a new interview with Axios, Khan confirmed that his relationship with the controversial country will remain intact, saying that it is a terrific partnership with the promotion. He said our relationship with the kingdom is a terrific partnership, of which we're appreciative of. And nothing in terms of anyone else's prior experience will affect that. We think that we delivered the product the way that the kingdom wanted it delivered. We have a multiple year agreement with them in place. We're excited to do a show. We'll be back May 27th for a big premium live event. So next month, they'll be on Saudi, May 27th for their big premium live event. I don't think this deal with Endeavor, however you say that name, will affect their relationship with Saudi. They're still gonna, I think it's too big of money for Saudi to pass up. So Roman Reigns said there's so much left to do. He basically said, if this is baseball, we're just in the third inning. There's so much left to do. We said it for a long time. We're just scratching the surface. He said that in his press conference last night. So there's no way he's gonna break Bruno Sammartino's record. Comparing a story people want to see the conclusion to a game that's so long and boring, they added rules to make it end sooner is quite the cell phone. If that's his analogy, then we only have 6 more years to go of his reign. Yeah, he's not going to hold the title long with Bruno Sammartino. So, Fightful Select can confirm that the former Grizzly Young vets Jagger Reed and Rick Fowler requested their releases from WWE. They've been involved with the schism of late on NXT. So, Jagger Reed and Rick Fowler have requested their releases. And WWE should have changed their names and gimmick and pair them up with Sheamus instead of Dunn and Ridge. And do Sheamus and the Grizzly Young Vets versus the British Strong Style or something like that. Yeah, they deserve so much better than being saddled with Joe Gacy. Schism isn't working anyways. It may be a blessing in disguise for them all in the long run. Yeah, they've requested their releases. We'll see if WWE grants them their releases. Super unfortunate, but I've enjoyed Schism as an act, but I doubt that's what they want to be doing. And I knew it was coming at some point. Horribly mistreated and misused since joining NXT. So Triple H will receive a $5 million bonus with the WWE sale. So Triple H will receive $5 million, and Nick Khan will receive a $15 million bonus. And it's well deserved on both ends. Plus, their stock options and ownership went way up. Per sources, an internal email was sent out, and WWE included the line that Paul Levesque will remain WWE's chief content executive. The many people that think Vince is back in the front seat is crazy. I mean, he might be calling some shots. Triple H probably wanted Cody Rhodes to win, but maybe Vince McMahon might have called an audible. But yeah. But obviously, I don't know, Night 2 kind of had some questionable decisions that were Vince McMahon-like. So, apparently Abyss produced the Drew McIntyre, Gunther, and Sheamus match. He's so good at his role, because that match was possibly match of the night last night. Out of all the matches, I think that was the best match on the card. Besides the main event. But he's so good at his role. He produced what was the best match this weekend. MVP to Mr. Abyss. So 4 years ago, when Vince McMahon was supposedly turning over to creator to Bischoff and Paul Heyman overseeing, he said, I can't personally be in the weeds any longer. Today he said, in the weeds, which I always loved to get in the weeds in the past. No, can't do that. No words. No words. I believe he has 0 hands in creative when his body is cold on the ground. I don't believe he has 0 hands in creative when he's dead. What does this actually mean, like? Basically means he wouldn't be micromanaging every single aspect of the product like he used to, but it still feels like he's doing it, so. Vince McMahon said today on CNBC exclusive, I've made many mistakes personally and professionally. I've owned up to every one of them. You know, he looks like a 70s game show host with that mustache, but anyways, I've not heard or read a single apology to anyone for what he's done in the past. I don't believe this. Like, come on. But yeah, I've owned up to everyone. But yeah, more like everyone's check cleared, paid that money. Ari Emanuel says he will have nothing to do with creative in WWE, and that's Vince's lane. Damn, WWE will never change. Vince implied that it's a yes and no when it's involved creative. He implied that he won't be in the weeds, but it's basically yes or no, yes, no. He also said, Vince McMahon says he was ready to walk away from wrestling, but Ari Emanuel said he wasn't going to let that happen. Oof. Damn it, Ari Emanuel. Should have let him walk. So it's a man's fault. This guy already getting hate quick as hell turned out to be history. But he won't have anything to do with creative. This is basically all from the CNBC interview, basically all this news I'm talking about here. So this is a big topic with the news. So the other potential suitors had people that we spoke with prior reiterated now much WWE had proven they didn't need Vince McMahon, let alone want him involved. They even called it a big potential hurdle for a sale. So Vince wanted to sell to someone that kept him involved, basically. Sounds like it from the interview they did on CNBC. This is basically all the notes from the CNBC exclusive interview. This is basically most of the news for today for WWE. So WWE touts their success of this year's WrestleMania. WWE touted WrestleMania 39 as the most successful WrestleMania of all time. It became the most social WrestleMania of all time with over 500 million views and 11 million hours of video consumed over the 2 days, a 42% increase over last year. They broke all-time sponsorship and merchandise records. Sponsorship eclipsed 20 million, more than doubling the previous record. Merchandise sales were up 20% versus the record in 2022. They generated a gate of more than 21.6 million, breaking the previous record by 27% with 161,892 in attendance over the 2 nights at SoFi Stadium. They surpassed existing global viewership by 33%. So it's definitely it's probably the most successful WrestleMania of all time. Most likely. Definitely. Vince McMahon said it was the right time to sell WWE. Ari Emanuel wanted Vince to stay on board. So he basically says it was the time to sell. I don't know, this Ari person says I don't watch UFC mostly, but what the fuck? WWE's to sell to Evander and merge with UFC. Vince McMahon will serve as the executive chairman, saw that. Brock Lesnar's WWE future said, I don't know how long I'm going to be around. I don't know how long he's going to be around. Triple H and Cody Rhodes lose at WrestleMania 39. The story never ends. He basically said in the press conference, the story never ends. It's just the first chapter is over. It's getting started. I talked about in the review last night. I mean, this is true, but the way Roman winning his matches, the story's getting old as fuck. The story doesn't finish, but can we get an original ending? Like, I would have preferred the reign end last night. I don't care about a fucking 1,000 days. Shane McMahon tore his quad, Triple H confirmed, so what a Pendeo face. I guess it runs in the father. I guess it runs in the family. Like father, like son. But yeah, hopefully it's better soon. But yeah, that's all I'll say for this video. So until next time, have a lot. Peace.